I've done it. I've taken myself out of the whole equation before and realized that's not what I want.
Right.
Is that we started this together so we could have time to be together with our children.
Right.
And have a family business.
Yep.
And we have to constantly remind ourselves what we're doing right now isn't the end.
Yeah.
Isn't the end game. It is. We're still in the very beginning of building our dream. And we just have to remember that living right now and just enjoy every bit of it as it comes, and it's the whole process.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, the good and the bad.
Yep.
There are times when it's just like it's amazing the things that happen, and you see the whole reason why we do this.
Yeah.
There's moments like that, and then there's other moments like, are you kidding me?
Yeah. Where it's like
why are we doing this?
Yeah.
I could easily go get a job somewhere else, making more money,
it's crazy,
and not have to sweat any of the rest of it.
That was my morning thought this morning. I was like, shit, maybe I should just go get me a computer job or something, you know what I mean?
I'm telling you, my friend, he did it. He went, during the pandemic, he did online classes and got himself a six-figure job. Just doing online computer work. Yeah, he's an IT administrator and makes, network administrator, making six figures.
Yep. I have a friend. The only thing that stops me.
And you know what he did? He was a spray painter.
Wow.
He was a bomber. He's the one that did the piece on the wall here.
Okay.
The piece on here.
Okay.
I mean, that's what he does. Is he is a graffiti artist.
Right.
But now he's an IT guy.
Right.
So and I thought, but is money the only thing that I want?
That's the hard part.
I want this experience. I want the I love this. I love.
It's so easy to say, for me, it'll be easy for me to say, because I need money right now. It'll be easy for me to say, let me go get a job. But then after 3 weeks of Monday through Friday, having to get up at this single time, dealing with not only asshole bosses, but asshole employees, workers with you.
You don't get to choose your work family.
Yep, you got to deal with all these different aspects. So for me, and on top of that, I feel like I don't get fulfilled as every day. Like my everyday now, doing podcasting and music, I get fulfilled every single day. I feel like I'm doing my purpose. I don't leave nothing on the table. But sometimes when I go to work, I feel like I'm dragging. I feel like I'm forcing myself to even get up.
So, maybe do it part-time instead of full-time.
Yep.
Like, maybe there's a way to, meet a middle ground.
Right.
Just do a little bit.
Yep.
And, and there's other ways. That's just in me just thinking outside the box. Maybe work within the field that you're interested in.
Yep.
Like, find another podcast company that's doing it and maybe go work a couple days with them.
Exactly.
Or find a music studio that's doing it, or go work at Guitar Center. Or, I'm just thinking of things that you could come up with that would benefit you.
Yeah.
Along the way.
Yep.
I'm in the because I was the chef in the Marriott when we first opened here. I still go and help them out. I'm working there tomorrow.
Right.
So I held down the Marriott position because it was 5 o'clock in the morning till noon, and I would do that during the week from Monday through Friday.
Yeah.
But the shop was across the street,
right,
so I could just walk over here, and they knew that, and they were cool with it. Employers are much more willing to work with their employees since the pandemic.
Right.
Because they know that they can go somewhere else and work from home.
Yeah. And a lot of people don't want to work now because people now are starting their own businesses online. Yeah. They're doing so many different things now, where they're not settling just for those regular jobs.
Right.
And I do landscaping, and my boss wanted me to hire workers. Ain't nobody was trying to be there. Like, I'm not trying to be out there in that hot sun. You know what I mean? They're like, am I making 16? Because they're like, McDonald's pays 14, 15, and I don't gotta be in the sun.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So it's tough, with the different industries. Cause a lot of people aren't trying to do hard labor anymore. Yeah, so it's tough. But with landscaping, that's something that I actually enjoy doing. It's just I would rather not have a boss in that situation. I'd rather start my own business. So I haven't got to the point yet where I can have my own business. But I like what you told me about going into the field that I enjoy. You know what I mean? Because that's something that I think I'm thinking about more. because I'll be able to, control my day and things like that. Like, I haven't thought about working at a tobacco store. I like to smoke, so.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
That's the thing. Like, love what you're doing, so it doesn't feel like work. So you can just go and just be there and let it be part of your day.
Right.
And it be part of your thing, and then I think you kind of you accept it.
Yeah.
When you don't accept something, you're gonna fight against it all the time, and you're gonna fight against it unknowingly.
Yeah.
It'll happen without you even thinking about it, and your body will reject it.
Right.
That's why you're so tired.
Yep.
Or you're just like, damn, I can't even. Why am I here dragging?
Yep.
Yeah. So
that's the real.
All right. Yeah, I do. I have a bunch of them because I love what you got to say. So I want to piggyback on I guess the area of stress. So how do you manage the stress of having a business like this and managing children and a wife, responsibilities?
So I choose to. I want to say all the right things. I meditate. I think about it. I write in my gratitude journal
be
every
honest.
morning.
Be honest. We need honesty.
My routine grounds me in the morning. So I make sure I get up at the same time every single day, and I have some me time, so that I don't feel like I'm losing that when things come up throughout the course of the day, which they're going to. Life shows up all the time, and so how I can deal with that when it does show up. I'm a medical cannabis card holder, so I do use cannabis to mitigate anxiety, which helps with stress, because if I'm not anxious about something, it's a lot easier for me to be able to process the situation of what's happening, rather than being just uppity anyway, and then having something happen. It's going to send me to that anger point much quicker than if I have a chance to replay the tape in my head, like what happens when I do this.
It's like it slows you down. It slows you down and kind of
just enough. And that's why I have a vape that I use that has a quick bioavailability, like it lasts for like maybe 10 minutes, 15
That's something
minutes.
I should probably try to switch over, because lately I've been dealing with, like, I love weed, but I felt myself wanting to control it more, to be able to where I don't necessarily have to run to it anytime, you know what I mean? Or waste time having to roll up, just to be able to.
Taking it to the head and being out of it.
Right.
You did too much.
Right, exactly. Because you get foggy after a certain while if you do too much of it. So I wanted to gain control of it. What I've noticed is it's hard for me to get through some of my days with the same mentality that I want to have. Like, it's tough. Like, my mom will tell you, when I'm not on weed, I get real, like, it's a lot going on in my head. I get, to the point where I gotta, like, it's tough for me to enjoy the day. It's tough for me to even think about the positive things. I'm always going back to the negative, things like that. So I'm trying to find different ways to where I can trigger myself. Working out is something I'm trying to get into.
Same with me. And again, for me, the working out issue is I'm on the methadone program. So if I work out after I've taken my dose, they tell you that you don't sweat it out, but I'll tell you that I sweat it out, because I will go and I will work out, and then I will immediately feel like shit afterwards.
I see what you're saying.
And so I don't want that. I want to go early in the morning and do it before I take my dose. Well, I don't have that motivation to go early in the morning. When I get up, I want to spend my time doing me. I don't want to go to the damn gym. And I mean, even though I should go to the gym, because I'm gonna feel better afterwards, and look better, yada yada. No, damn it. But so that's one thing that I can see. If you like it, do it. Like for me, I love DJing. So whenever I feel it, and I'm in a weird place, I'll go and I'll just make a mix. And then I can put it on my phone and then play it in the car.
That's what we do with the music.
So,
that's exactly what we do with the music.
And so that's another thing that you can do. Like when you're feeling stressed, is to remember, like, the things that, I don't know, what you have going for you. Rather than focusing on what's going wrong at that time, you got to solve the situation, regardless.
Yeah.
But I mean, am I going to be stressed out that my credit cards are full right now? No,
Yeah.
because I can't do a damn thing about it
Yeah.
until I got more money to pay them off.
Yep.
So that's how I can't. Like, certain things that can stress me out. Like, am I going to stress out that my son's grades aren't as high as they need to be? Well, he's on the track team, and he knows that if he doesn't keep his grades up, they're going to boot his ass off the track team. So I know the grades.
Yeah.
And he's only in 8th grade, so he's got some time to mess up.
Yeah.
He can mess up for about half a semester or more.
Yep.
And then when he gets to high school, I already told him, I said, you don't get to mess up. You get to do your homework, and you get to do all, because you got 4 years.
Yep.
I don't care what you do
And you
after
could
that 4
really,
years.
that's the thing I learned about high school. You could set your life up
In high school.
in high school. And
I didn't realize that, man. I fucked it all up, man. I got a 2.1 in high school. I was like, I got the average that you could possibly get because I didn't do any homework.
Yeah.
And I aced all my tests, and then I just got a C.
Yeah.
And then what's a C gonna get you? Nothing. See you.
Yep.
See your way right on out the door.
Right.
See your way to community college. That's what C will get you.
Okay, I said one more question, and because of course I want to know more, but that would take it to a whole nother show.
Yeah, we gotta have
But
him on her
I
show
do,
now.
right,
Oh,
right.
yeah.
But I want to know about, because you mentioned about the mental health and the bipolar
Mhm.
and the ADHD, the combination of the two, and that you had gotten the help to, I guess, to work through the bipolar and the ADHD. Did you use medication?
Mhm.
Okay, so
I'm on Vraylar
Uh-huh.
and for bipolar, and I'm on Adderall for ADHD.
Okay.
And I found that the dosage that you're on can really make a difference
Yes.
as to if it affects you in the way that it's supposed to. When ADHD medication is working, you're calm. Your mind is able to focus. The noise is not there.
Yeah.
The constant,
Yeah.
what's going on? Oh, let's get another text.
Yeah.
Your life makes you ADHD.
Right.
Your phone
Yeah, the phones are
is
part- yeah,
constantly
yeah,
making you
yeah.
attention deficit to everything else because it's going to take your attention
Yep.
constantly. So you got to learn to turn your phone
Yep.
over and just not look at it and turn it off vibrate so it doesn't wake you up or let you know that it's doing
Even
stuff.
now when you click on it, it's got everything you want. Because the
No,
algorithms are like literally showing you exactly what
Exactly.
you
Oh,
want.
it's meant to.
Yeah.
But so for me, I realized that like when I got to that point where it started to work, it was literally like a light switch.
Okay.
And I knew that was going to be the case for my son because my son has ADHD and his is he's a hot mess. He's super brilliant, like 8-year-old, off the charts. I couldn't get him assessed until he was 6, and I knew there was a problem. I knew he had a condition as early as 4 years old because it was, and his thing is he would get stuck in like I can't do something or like it was hard to describe, but like, and I feel like I went through the same things. Like I would self-defeating. There's a lot of self-defeating, a lot of self-sabotage that goes on when you're dealing with mental illness. Is that you defeat yourself before you even get out of the get a chance to take the chance.
Yeah.
Like you're already I'm not going to be able to do this today.
Yeah.
What do you mean you're not going to be? You haven't even tried.
Right.
You don't even know what you're going to be able to do today. Like, but you're telling yourself you're already defeating yourself before you get out the box.
Yeah.
I think that without the medication, I was making irrational decisions. I was very impulsive. I've found that it has allowed me to, like I said, to really to cut through and have some clarity. Whereas before it seemed like everything, I couldn't prioritize what needed to be done next.
Right.
I knew that everything needed to be done next. And I was going to try to find a way to get it all done. and that means starting 30 different projects, but not finishing any of them. Jack of all trades, master of none type thing. And so that, when you hear that, you think, oh yeah, oh wait, it's a real thing.
Yeah.
And so yeah, that's how I felt. I felt like I just had so many wants and desires that I just couldn't focus on one thing that was going to make me feel fulfilled.
Okay.
And now I feel like I can focus on that. And it's nice. Like the work that I do with the homeless system is fulfilling, and I find myself being drawn to that world of community service and social work for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe because I was in it for so long, and want to help people that are in it get out of it sooner than they could otherwise.
Right. So
yeah, did I answer your question?
You did.
Okay.
The last part to that, and then I'll stop. Even though I can get stuck in. The last part of it is that because what I'm finding is a lot of the younger people may actually be experiencing what you're talking about, but in their mind they do not want to do the medication. So, do you have any advice for somebody who decides that, okay, I don't want to do the medication, because I know you did mention the weed as the medication
as an option,
as an option. Do you think that would be a viable option, or do you?
I think that
in some cases maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. If you are treating it as a treatment rather than just a recreational experience, and you're saying, I have a condition that I'd like to see if I can mitigate by using this. You're coming at it from a different angle already. Now, if you involve somebody else in that process as a manner of checks and balances for you, like your mom or your partner or whoever it might be, and say, hey, I want to try to affect my mood when this happens, and I'm going to try using this to do that, and you let me know if I actually am successful. Because if it is, then I think I might be onto something. If it's not, then that's fine. I might be high, but I still might be being an asshole to everybody else. Or I still might not, you know what I'm saying? Still might not be getting what I need done, but I might be high.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think, and that's where I've learned to just take a couple hits off the vape compared to lighting up a split.
And